Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Friday, December the 24th, 2021. It is Friday of the fourth and final week of Advent. It may be Christmas Eve on some people's calendars, but no, it is still the Advent season. Christmas Eve will begin sometime this evening when Advent quietly fades into the Christmas season, perhaps with the first strains of O Come, O Ye Faithful. Actually, it should happen with Evening Prayer 1, which should happen at sunset, but sometimes our masses have to happen before sunset. Coming to you as Advent begins to conclude this year. Again, remember, Christmas begins on Christmas Day, will last until January the 9th. More days of Christmas in January than there are always in December. So coming to you from the gathering space, which has been set up to welcome everyone this evening, and standing this morning in front of the great Sabak Nativity. Yay! It's still here. So don't forget to stop by to grab a piece of straw to place within your own nativities at home, one of our traditions that we started here at St. Francis. On this final day of Advent, again, our readings shift fully away from the prophets now to Samuel, to the historical books. Second book of Samuel, in which David, having been set up in a beautiful palace in Jerusalem, thinks, I need to build as luxurious a place for God in his desire to build a temple for God in Jerusalem. And basically God says, I don't need no temples. You are going to be my temple, and your descendants will be my temple, and all those people who believe in me and who follow my commands will be my temple. And so the great prophecy of the heir of David, who will be raised up and whose kingdom will have no end, and whose descendants will continue to live and to help and to work within this creation, within this world, to bring forth God's goodness and God's peace and God's reign. So the great prophecy to David of his heir, Jesus, coming to birth. In the gospel, we have the final part of the narrative of John the Baptist, in which, again, Zechariah's mouth has been opened after John's naming by Elizabeth, and Zechariah moves into the Benedictus. Again, we never ever hear the Benedictus except on this day, and it's, again, if we don't have masses, we don't get to hear it, but we hear it at every morning prayer. Every time that we celebrate morning prayer, the Benedictus is the great gospel antiphon. In the evening, it's the Magnificat, which we hear a lot in the Gospels, in our readings at different times during the year. But here the Benedictus, in which basically Zechariah says, again, God is the one who will deliver us. God is the one who will make everything well. God is the one who will save us from all that seeks to undo us, that seeks to cause us harm. That God is the one now who will be sending someone, and John to be his herald, to be the one who helps those who dwell in darkness find peace and light, and those who dwell in the danger in the valley of death will now find peace in their lives. Again, this great hymn, whose counterpart again is the Magnificat, but Zechariah now voices it for all of us to hear, again, about this great promise that God is doing in this world again and again, but now most especially at this time that we are about to enter into. And may the Lord, on this last final day of Advent, give you his peace.